Hello and welcome to the 7-Day Nutrition Challenge. I'm Coach Tiffany Renee, and today we are on day 6. It's the last video of the 7-Day Challenge, and we're going to go through some of the basics, and then we're going to get into the element of earth and the meaning of that element. So, welcome back. If this is your first time, please check out the Facebook group. We have a list of all of the videos available. You can go back to the very first challenge, which is the hydration challenge. And we spend 3 videos on each challenge through the 7 days, going through these 4 core principles of releasing toxins easily. And this is a gentle detox that really supports the body in doing what it's supposed to do naturally. So in the first challenge, we really focused on hydration. We wanted to increase our daily amount of water, fresh water, ideally spring water or ceramic filtered water, 6 to 8 glasses. So small glasses for small people, big glasses for bigger people. And by increasing your hydration, you're really supporting your organs to be able to do what they do naturally in releasing toxins. And then, there are a lot of detox programs out there that are rather harsh and try to really put you into a fast detox mode, really pushing the organs to do what they are doing in an unnatural way, so that you get results quickly so that they can sell you their products. And a lot of these have supplements and powders and things like that, different concoctions that are really turning up the heat on your organs to do their work. And we take a different approach than that, because really it's more important to remove and replace in your body and to focus on adding the good stuff than just taking a vacation from the bad or pushing on your organs to, especially your liver, to release when it may not be nutritionally supported to do so. And so really, take precautions in what's out there and think about how you're treating yourself and your body, and looking at the long-term outcome of the health that you're really seeking in wanting to either release weight or to achieve some other health benefits that a natural detox will allow. So in the second week, we focused on breathing and the element of air. And we really took a look at box breathing as a way to de-stress and to disconnect that lizard brain, which is that fight or flight syndrome, from the gut, which is where when you hold tension and you're not breathing deeply, it kind of keeps the on switch on that lizard brain. And so by breathing deeply and holding it, and then breathing out deeply and holding it, you're able to really start a flow and a release from that lizard brain, and a release from the cortisol, the hormone that really makes you hold fat. So by doing that, de-stressing and allowing your body to really let go and feel safe, you're able to get into a flow much quicker, and that helps to support your body's natural release of toxins when cortisol is not in such a hyper state of production. So we also talked about flow states and those brain loving chemicals that are produced during flow states. And we talked about this during the awareness week, because as we're looking at the different types of fuel sources that our body uses for energy, there are the fuel states of fat and the fuel states of sugar. And when you get into more of a fat production, and when your brain is really burning chemicals and creating more chemicals, it really loves fat as a way to do that. So you get these really happy chemicals that are quite lovely and produce these wonderful flow states. And then you get this beautiful endorphin rush at the end. And, you can achieve that through various different means. And we talk about some of the ways to do that in that week. The great thing about flow states is that they increase motivation and creativity and learning. And when you learn something new, it generally, in normal ways of learning, can take 10,000 hours for you to master a skill. But when you're in a flow state and you're learning, it can actually be cut in half, because you're really creating this mind-body experience in the learning process. And most of your vivid memories come from those states where you're really learning in a mind-body experience. So you can think back about those states. And we talk more about that. So if you missed those, go back and definitely watch those. And then, increasing our awareness of sugar, we started to look at how we can add fruit to our breakfast on an empty stomach as a fuel source. As we're moving away from sugar and we take that vacation, we look at fruit as a way to sort of help us through some of those heavier cravings that come because we have been really trained by the food industry to crave and have emotional states that are linked to certain sugary foods. And as we're letting go of sugars, those cravings are going to come up for you. And so being able to have a better source of sugar can help you through those cravings until you get to a point where you're so nutritionally supported that those cravings start to drop away. And, we're taking that vacation from refined sugars. We're in our second week of doing that. And, as we did that, we really looked at noticing our food dialogue and what comes up when we make different kinds of food choices, especially when a craving comes. And so being able to pay attention to your food devil and your food angel dialogue and how those are influencing your food decisions is really key to understanding how the initial moment of a food craving and the end result of that food choice, especially if it's a non-functional food choice like you see over on the devil side, how eating the food, paying attention to eating the food, how it feels, if each bite gets better and better or worse and worse, because generally the excitement comes when you have the craving and maybe the first bite or so, and then it sort of goes off from there, it sort of declines. And then you have the experience of the non-functional food in your body. And generally that's not very great. And you're left with a not so great feeling. So the closer you can move the timeline between the initial craving and the non-functional feeling, the more control you're going to have over those food choices, to the point where the food angel and the food devil become friends. And those sorts of cravings really start to go away. And one of the ways that we address those cravings in the WildFit program is to really look at all 6 of our hungers and to eliminate these hungers to the best degree possible, because they do trigger various types of cravings. And so the more you can address these food hungers, the better you're going to be. And we also really explored ancestral wisdom around the meaning of fire, and what the various shamans throughout the world really inquire about when we are struggling. And so you can ask yourself these questions and get a sense of, where you maybe lost your footing along the path. And then additionally, we bring in a daily gratitude practice. Now, there's several ways that you can do this. You can take a moment each day, set it on a reminder on your phone, and remind yourself, one time during the day, each day at the same time, to be grateful for something. You can extend it farther by writing it down in a journal and maybe having a few things that you write about each day that you're grateful for. And then you can take it even further and look at situation, behavior, and impact, and identify a situation that really meant something to you. Go to the person that had the impact for you and describe that behavior, that exact situation, and what their behavior meant to you, and the gratitude that you feel for them, and the impact that it had on you. And when you do this, you create a gratitude loop, because not only do you have a really meaningful experience of the gratitude, but the person that you're sharing it with also really gets impacted as well and acknowledged for their wonderful behavior. And then they are also grateful back to you. So it creates a really wonderful loop. And these kinds of practices can also really increase flow states as well. So give that a try. And then additionally, as we moved into our nutritional support this week, we looked at having an alkagizer, which is a green drink in the morning after fruit. And the recipe is in the Facebook group. This is really a foundational piece of supportive nutrition that will help your body to release toxins. And in our increase of letting go of different sugars and moving towards a more ketogenic fuel burning state, we have taken a vacation from grains and potatoes this week. So that's all the different grains, various carbs, and potatoes that really add some less functional sugary fuel sources for the body. And then we also are taking a vacation from dairy. So milk, cheese, and butter also have lactose, a type of sugar that, adds to the sugar burning state. And so by letting go of dairy, we're able to move closer to the ketogenic state of fat burning and fat adaptation. And lastly, we have taken a vacation from alcohol, because alcohol has quite a bit of sugar in it, and also has toxins that can be difficult on the liver. And so by giving the liver a break and really giving it some support through the nutrition, we're really optimizing it for letting go of fats and toxins. And then we want to keep adding more variety to our meals with lots of fresh vegetables at every meal. And I encourage you to share your photos and recipes on the Facebook group. The more we can share with each other and inspire one another, the farther we will go and the more interesting this journey becomes. So lastly, I want to just touch on the meaning of earth and earth as an element. And really, it goes beyond just our own planet and the elements that make up our body, that are provided to us in our food, go much farther back to the birth of the universe and the birth of planets and the fusion that happens in our stars, in the creation of all of the elements. And those are so important to us and are finite within our planet. And so this poem, The Gift, is for you as a way to reflect on your creation and your connection to the very birth of our cosmos. You are the moon. You are the sun. You are the light of 1 billion trillion galaxies. Never forget that you are beautiful. You are love. We need you. For many of us, we have really been affected by the Western diet and the Western lifestyle. And by providing the best nutrition, the best water, purified air, and an awareness for our mind, we can really support ourselves to be able to face the challenges that are ahead, the challenges of our daily lives, and really be able to step up and be leaders for our planet, to take care of what we have, this one beautiful planet. So the WildFit Challenge is opening. Our enrollment is actually going to be closing later this week. And so I wanted to let you know that, part of the program that you can continue is to take the full 90-day challenge. And I offer the challenge in a few different paths. The most valued plan would be the center one, which is where you get some coaching. But there is a video only program that I provide a coupon for. So it ends up only being $7.97 for the 90-day challenge. And we provide you some support through a Facebook group. And you get quite a bit of additional support and recipes through the video-only program that's available. Additionally, we have a much more comprehensive program that includes coaching in a small group environment. And then as well, I am a desire map facilitator. And so we really will be working through a workshop, a few hours, one weekend during the 90 days, where we're going to really connect with our core desired feelings and start to think about how we can apply those in our daily lives. And additionally, there's another Facebook group for support, and daily check-in forms, and the weekly calls that we'll be doing. And again, for this week, for you who've all gone through this 4-week challenge and want to take it another step, I'm offering $200 off that package as well. So that package ends up being $12.97, and that includes quite a bit of small group coaching from me throughout the 90 days. And then lastly, for someone who's very busy and wants to take it even further, I have a one-on-one coaching program that includes all of the one-on-one coaching that I offer in shorter segments because you're busy. It's just you on the call, and we just check in a couple of times a week. And a little less in some weeks, a little more in others, as we're going through the challenge. And there are some challenge weeks there that can be, you need a little more check-in sometimes. So, and then additionally, we offer the Desire Map group workshop and the fire starter sessions, which are both pieces of Danielle Laporte's universe of offerings that are quite impactful. And the fire starter sessions are really geared for business folks and entrepreneurs. And then additionally, that package has a $200 off offer coupon here. Now, there's a new program that I am in the beta formation of, and that is available on the website scheduling page. So when you visit this link here, and you scroll down after you've read about the WildFit program, there is an embed form that has my scheduling. It's called Acuity Scheduling. And there's a description of the beta program for shamanic women leaders. And this is a 6-month program that not only includes WildFit, but includes a very in-depth desire map process, as well as the fire starter sessions and learning much more about flow and achieving better performance through flow states. There's also a permaculture course that's available through that. So you really are learning how to grow your green smoothie. This course, the permaculture course, is available as well through these other 3 programs, but we're going to go much more in depth on that and really get connected to our ancestral diet through that process. So the Shamanic Women Leaders 6-month mastermind is described and available as an application only within that Acuity scheduling page. So take a look at that if that's something that you're called to. I would love to connect with you on a call and chat and talk to you about your desire around that. So all of this is available in the bit.ly link there. And I look forward to chatting with you more and answering any questions you may have on the Facebook group and hearing more about how your challenge is going. So that's all for now. Have a beautiful day and walk in beauty.